Halloween's right around the corner, and there are so many events happening in Duval, Washington right now. You want to hear about the Seahawks, the Mariners, the real estate market? You're in the right place because DUVALL TV starts right now. Right off the top, I want to say thanks to Rita Moreno. She is the event coordinator for the City of Duval. She's amazing. And she wanted me to mention down here on the City of Duval's website, so you go to duvalwa.gov, go down here to report a concern. There's going to be a pop-up, first of all, that comes up. If you enrolled in automatic credit card payments prior to July 31st, you need to re-enroll. We mentioned this on episode 24, but if you are like, oh my gosh, where's my bill been? Go check because you might have two bills stacked up. But if you want to report a concern of any kind, this is the place to do it. So you could go here, you got animal nuisance, illegal dumping, trash litter. You can go read this stuff. I'm just going to be the one to point you in the right direction. All right, next up, one of our favorite nonprofits here in town is Acres of Diamonds. Thanks to Megan Crawford and her amazing team down there. There is a diamond dinner auction coming up very soon. You can see the details are all right here. It's going to be September 27th. Why I'm mentioning this now, the tickets are already sold out, but they are looking for volunteers. You can see all the different volunteer opportunities up here on the screen, from raffle ticket sellers to greeter, auction assistants, spotters, coat check attendants. If you want to learn more about Acres of Diamonds, you can go on to livinginduval.com. Of course, this is our new community site that we had launched earlier this year. You could go type in Acres of Diamonds and you could scroll down. You could learn more about it. You could see one of the videos that we made with them a little while back. And then over here on the right side, anytime you're looking up any of these listings on livinginduval.com, if you want your listing on there too, go ahead, submit it. You could find that right on the homepage. We do not charge. We want to build this out so you can have all of this cool information right at your fingertips. And so over here on the right hand side is going to be able to give you the information for that specific company, nonprofit, etc. So link off to their email, their website, their socials, whatever the case might be. All right, next up, I want to say thanks to Morgan Henley, the City of Duval, and the Duval Chamber of Commerce for the second annual 2025 Duval Music Crawl, or the DMC. So there was 5 Saturdays in a row, August 2nd to the 30th, and Grateful Bread, The Grange, McCormick Park, Duval Tavern all had live music for 5 Saturdays in a row. So, all right, next up, I want to give some love to the Duval Tavern. Special thanks to Esther. She's the GM at the Duval Tavern. And I wanted to give some love because did you know that is a great space where they can host some really cool events like a wedding rehearsal dinner, corporate event, birthday, retirement party, whatever it might be. You just want to get together with a group of friends. You can go ahead and email them at manager@duvaltavern.com and get your venue locked down at the Duval Tavern. Next up, I want to give a shout to Brian Adams and the Amarillo Barbecue crew. So you can see here on Living in Duval, you can type in barbecue and you can find Amarillo Barbecue. Click here to check out their menu. You want to order online, you can do all that right from livinginduval.com. But I also wanted to say, you just never know who you're going to run into there. So I went down there a couple of months ago and ran into none other than Seahawk legend, Lofa Tatupu. Great community, great vibes. You never know who you're going to see in Duval, Washington. All right, next up, one of my favorites. If you've been following DUVALL TV for any length of time, you probably know that Light Up Duval is one of my favorite community projects that we do here in town, and it is right around the corner. So if you go to lightupduval.com, so you can find all of the information you need for Light Up Duval. There's one volunteer opportunity where we put the lights up in town and another volunteer opportunity later where we take them down. So on the listing description, you can join the volunteer crew right here. You click this button, fill out a short form, you can volunteer and get you on the list so we can notify you when it's time to do that. This is officially a Duval Chamber run event. As of this moment filming this, I'm the vice president. I'm on the board of the Duval Chamber, and this is my passion project for the city. I love that the chamber does this. So again, you're going to see some information coming out from the chamber specifically. That is the main focus of where the information will end up, i.e. your volunteer information. But if you want to sign up for the volunteer crew on DUVALL TV side, we have lots of other opportunities outside of livinginduval.com. So if you want to get on our list, we'll keep that and keep you in the loop for any opportunities that come ahead. Last thing on Light Up Duval, you can go down here if you're able to chip in. So you can click on this, you can donate to the Light Up Duval cause all year round. So whether it's $5, $10, whatever you want to do, whatever you can do to help the lights be beautiful all up and down Main Street. And quick shout outs on Light Up Duval. The two guys that have really been running and gunning with this thing behind the scenes and in front of the scenes for a long time is Mike Carmona from Eastside Property Solutions and Matt Higgins from from Ace. Again, there's been lots of volunteers, and we've been growing the volunteer group year after year after year ever since I've lived here. This has been like, wow, let's grow this. Let's make it more fun. Let's make it more community centric, and let's get the numbers way up. My vision for Light Up Duval is to get so many volunteers when we're putting these lights up that we just put them up so quickly, we can go back and hang out at DUVALL Ace Hardware and just have a good time getting to know each other, eating some good food. And when you do go to DUVALL Ace Hardware, you can get you some tools like this, like my new little pruners. So thank you, Liz. She said, get this little sheath. I can clip it onto my shorts or whatever. And, it's a nice little place to keep my sharp shears. So anyway, no, I'm just kidding. So thank you, Liz, for all you do and for all the people you've helped over the years, the many years that you've worked at DUVALL Ace Hardware. All right, next up, we got Save the Date. And there's really just one thing I want to do on Save the Date, and it is Ref Night Out. The Riverview Education Foundation, aka REF, is busy gearing up for its annual auction on Saturday, January 31st. This event is going to be their largest fundraiser of the year. Located just 20 minutes down the road at Novelty Hill Janik Winery in Woodinville will be their new auction location. So there's going to be open spaces, on-site kitchen, winery, fire pits, and large outdoor areas. The new venue is a perfect place to plan a night out to raise funds for our students' education. So REF has a running total, check this out, guys, a running total of over $1.4 million granted to our students, educators, and schools of Riverview Education District since 2007. That's absolutely outstanding. And guess what? It's for the kids. You want to stay plugged into the events in Duval? You are in the right spot on DUVALL TV. Let's go. So Taco Tuesday, right off the top, my guy Clive, the owner of Flavor Bistro. So if you go to livinginduval.com, type in Flavor Bistro. If you go over here and you click on his Instagram, you can see, go follow them at Flavor Bistro Duval. You can see the underscores here right at the top, but right over here, Taco Tuesday. So $20 special, 4 tacos and a drink for $20. Like, come on, this place is a total vibe. You can sit at the bar. So you got the Creole chicken, the beef, your choice, ice cold beer, glass of house wine, or a margarita. Let's get it. Go find them at the bar. No reservation needed. Just show up hungry. This is going to be 5 p.m. to close. All right, next event. And by the time you're watching this will already have happened. So be sure, if you watch this far and you want to stay looped in, click that subscribe button on DUVALL TV so you can stay looped into all the future events coming in 2025 and beyond for Duval, Washington. So this is the 2025 Farm, Forest, and Fish Festival. Say that 3 times fast. Bet you can't do that. The art of science, storytelling, and music to inspire a sense of wonder and appreciation for the beautiful Snoqualmie Valley. So there was a favorite tree project. You could have filled out your form, talking about trees and all the cool stuff that's happening right here in the valley. This is the same website that we've talked about many times on the show, March of the Vegetables. So marchofthevegetables.org. You can see on DUVALL TV, if you scroll back through some of the shorts and long form videos, we've promoted March of the Vegetables so many times here because when my wife and I first moved here, I saw this March of the Vegetables and I'm like, you have got to be freaking kidding me. Like, people are dressing up like vegetables and walking around together. This is nuts and I want to be a part of it. So this is a spin-off project that they've done, Farm, Forest, and Fish Festival. So again, you can go to their website, you can click on events, you can go see all the cool things that happen year after year, like the Lantern Festival. We've done a lot of spots on that as well. So it's, again, good times, lots of ways to plug in here in Duval, Washington if you're looking to build community with your neighbors. Next up, September 24th, this is Family Game Night. This is going to start at 6 o'clock until sunset. It's in the parking lot behind the Duval Visitor Center. This is going to be an awesome event. You got the ring toss, you got Jenga, Cornhole, Connect 4. Again, lots of opportunities to plug in thanks to the city of Duval, and Sarah Perry's going to make an appearance as well. Next up, October 2nd, that is going to be the next Duval Chamber meeting. So that's going to be hosted again at Corey's Cafe, like all the future meetings this year. Thank you so much, Corey, for just being so generous, such an amazing giver to our town. The time is going to be from 6 to 7:30 p.m. You can see at the time of filming this little flyer here is blank. Follow the Duval Chamber on Instagram and Facebook. They do a fantastic job. Kristen McCart, you are absolutely knocking it out of the park when it comes to the socials for the Duval Chamber. Here's a hint. I know the sponsor for the October 2nd meeting, and it's going to be Buddy Buck Real Estate. So there we go. If you have a business, you want to come, meet some people, network, shake some hands, it is absolutely free to attend. Come see me. Come up and say, hey, I saw you on Duval TV, and I'll buy you a drink down at Corey's Cafe. All right, next up, October 4th. That's right. It is the first annual Mrs. Roper Romp. You want to do fun stuff? you're in the right city. It's called Duval, Washington, everybody. And so this is going to be from 5 to 6:30 at the Twin Dragon Sports Bar. I want to give a shout out to Jamie Mohan. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Jamie. She's putting this on. She's the host, and she suggests shopping at our very own Queen Bee Antiques for some Helen Roper gear. If you're like, wait a minute, what is the Roper Romp? What is this thing about? It's from a show called Three's Company. Here's a little fun fact. It aired on ABC from 1977 to 1984. So many of you weren't even born watching the show right now, but it ran for about 8 seasons and they had 172 episodes. It became just like a total culture thing. And also, here's the cool thing. Mr. Ropers, aka Stanley, they're invited too. So guys, you want to come out and do the Mrs. Roper Romp, you can do it. Oh, last thing, at 6:45, there will be a photo at the Duval clock. You can find some of the details more specifically on the Facebook event page. All right, October 5th, we have the Duval Community Costume Swap from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Duval Library. So here's the thing. Bring what you can. Take what you need. That's right. So bring your gently used costumes and accessories. Minor stains and tears are okay, Kristen said, but please no costumes that smell like smoke or have like tons of pet hair and stuff. That's kind of nasty. So kids, adults, baby pet costumes, accessory, everything is welcomed. If you have any questions, you can send an email to duvalcommunityswap@gmail.com. Again, thank you, Kristen, for this one. This is really, really awesome. I know Charisse, you're a part of this as well as the event host. So what a cool event to be able to give back and be able to take if you need to as well. All right, next up is October 6th. That's right. Give a night, save a life. It takes a whole valley to prevent youth suicide and substance use. And that is exactly what Give a Night, Save a Life is all about. So again, you can get all the details. We're going to put the link for Empower Youth Network down below. Check it out. There's going to be 2 dates, so 2 locations, October 16th as well at Miller's, a gathering place in Carnation. Make sure to get involved. The suggested minimum donation is $75. If you can do more, of course, do that. But again, your time, your effort, your donations, whatever you can give, it is absolutely for the kids. Next up, October 16th, we have the City of Duval Mayoral Town Hall. Mayoral. Say that a bunch of times out loud. So this is the town hall. This is going to be with Alana McCoy and Amy McHenry, aka my neighbor. I'm very excited to be there and just, listen and hear them talk about what's important. This is going to be hosted by the Duval Chamber of Commerce. So again, come out, hear what they have to say from 6 to 8 p.m. It's a Thursday at the Riverview School District Building. Again, all the details will be at the chamber page down below as well. All right, next up, Muddy Boots Pumpkins. That's right. We love them. We've talked about them on the show for years, and you could just get all the details for Muddy Boots right here. Thank you so much, Carrie and Jason. Last year we did the dinosaur video as the finale to our documentary on your farm, how the corn maze got cut, which, we were going to originally do this thing on an iPhone and turn into this massive project with Ryan Miller from RMV Pro. Local kid, lives over here, just 5 minutes from where I'm sitting right now. One of my buddies, Ryan, is just an absolute superstar on the camera and just a great human being. Donated so much time to the project. We just fell in love with Muddy Boots Pumpkins last year. And Carrie, Jason, I'm just telling you, your roasted sweet corn, off the hook. Dunk it in butter, the whole thing, that gets me every single time. So you want to see what's going on there? There's a lot going on at Muddy Boots. Go here. All the details are here. You can actually scroll down. Look at this. From the time of filming this, 7 days, 15 hours, 9 minutes from pumpkin season is about to launch and kick off as well. If you scroll down, you can actually watch the documentary on how the corn maze got built last year, from start to finish, from dirt to corn. Absolutely really cool. Got to know a lot of the people that volunteer at Muddy Boots as well. So thank you guys for all you do in the community and how much you give back, and for the sweet corn. It's the best, Carrie. Thank you. All right, next up, I want to talk about a couple events for Valley House Brewing. Sometimes people are like, wait, where's that? Yes, you have to go past the Duval Tavern, through the stoplight, past Queen Bee Antiques, and it's on the left, okay? It's right on the river. Really cool vibes. That's where we launch our Sea-Doos in the summer, and then we come up and have some amazing food. But I want to tell you this super secret hack. Their Sunday brunch is off the freaking hook, okay? If you haven't been there, go check it out. They serve brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. One of the omelets, it was literally one of the top 3 best omelets I've ever had in my life. They have a Taco Tuesday as well, and then they're big supporters of the farmers market because literally they're right above the farmers market, which guess what? We're talking about them next. So the Duval Farmers Market, it is still rolling. It began on May 1st, and you can go down to Taylor's Landing, support all the things happening with the farmers market, where community meets Valley vibes. That's right. So you can go onto their website, DUVALLfarmersmarket.org, check out the vendors, check out the About Us, check out all the different programs and cool things that they're doing. Their socials are great too. You can click on here and follow their Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. All right, next up, we got the Duval Passport. So Miss Lauren Zetting, Country Roni from the Duval Historical Society. We did a big promo on them last month, but again, you could go to DUVALpassport.com, find all the information. This runs through December 31st. What a really fun, cool project. Lauren, I gotta say again, this marketing is absolutely beautiful. So it's again, go support these, get your passport stamps. You can get your special prizes at the end, aka your special key. Last thing on events, The Grange. You might be like, The Grange, I love The Grange. So do I. Matter of fact, I just saw Luke, one of the owners, Sarah and Luke, at Ace Hardware today. Had a nice little chat. So good to see you today, Luke. So again, go to livinginduval.com and you go type in The Grange. You can go down here and click here to check out their public events. So when you click on that, it'll jump you over to their official page, their events page. You can see that right here at the top. And again, they do such a great job. Becky, you absolutely knock it out of the park with their marketing. You got the music circle, the farm tours. Starting October 1st, we got open mic night. October 8th, storytelling. The 20th, you got farm to easel. 23rd, Irish music circle. Again, on and on and on. So many cool events. Plug in, follow them on Instagram and socials. The owners, Sarah and Luke, just care so much about this town, and they have so many cool public events going on. They're a big part of the Lantern Festival, March of the Vegetables, all the cool things that have to do with farming. Sarah and Luke are right at the heart of it. So thanks, guys. All right, so is there an event you didn't see that you're like, oh damn, I wish I would have had my event on there? Good news, you can go to livinginduval.com, go right up to the top right hand corner and click on events. That's right, we're gonna start uploading all the events for the entire town. You wanna submit your event, it can live right here on our website. So there's no cost for you to submit as many events as you'd like to see on our page. You just scroll down, submit your event today. You want to list your business, maybe your teenager has a lawn mowing business or an ice cream or a lemonade stand. We want to post it on Living in Duval. It doesn't matter. We want to put what the community wants to see on one website, and that is livinginduval.com. This is just a total give to our community to bring everyone together and to make this simple to find all the coolest things in one place. All right, so if you saw last month, we added a new segment to the show because it's football season. That's right, I'm rocking my jersey. We have a new segment and it's called the Holla Huddle. So Terry Holloman played running back at the University of Washington. Go Dogs. Terry, thank you so much for taking your time and updating us on all things Seattle Seahawks. So Terry Holloman with the Holla Huddle. Take it away.
Hey, what's up, DUVALL TV, and welcome to another episode of the Holla Huddle, where we discuss all things Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks are off to a 1-1 start, which includes a tough divisional loss to our heated rivals, the San Francisco 49ers. Now, during that game, it seemed like the Hawks just couldn't find their identity offensively. They couldn't get the running game going. Kenneth Walker III didn't look like himself. A lot of people were down on him, but he was able to bounce back the following week on a road trip to Pittsburgh. That's right, Kenneth Walker had 105 yards, a touchdown, and he helped seal the win for the Seattle Seahawks. This week, the Hawks are back at Lumen. They're going to take on Spencer Rattler and the New Orleans Saints. I fully expect the Seahawks to get a W out of that game on the shoulders of Jackson Smith-Njigba, who has proven himself to be one of the elite receivers in the National Football League with 2 games over 100 yards already. The defense is just as advertised. They're tough, bend but don't break. I think they're going to look good, but then it's a short week. The Seattle Seahawks are hitting the road, going down to the desert to take on Buda Baker, Kyler Murray, and the Arizona Cardinals in another divisional game. It's going to be a tough one, but I think the Hawks will get a W out of that one as well. We're going to check back in with you in a few weeks, and by that time, I think the Hawks will be flying high. But until then, it's Terry Holloman right here in the Holla Huddle. Back to you, Buddy Buck.
Awesome, Terry. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Now, we're going to shift over to the Mortgage Minute with none other than Connor Webb. That's right. He is my go-to mortgage broker, aka loan officer. So with that, the Mortgage Minute. Connor, take it away.
What is going on, DUVALL TV? Thanks for that intro, buddy. I'm going to go through the Mortgage Minute and then also the Sports Minute for the Pacific Northwest. Starting off with the Mortgage Minute. If you've seen headlines, you saw that the Fed cut the federal funds rate by 0.25% or 25 basis points, which is what was expected. If you have been watching these mortgage minutes, then you would already know that the federal funds rate isn't directly tied to mortgage interest rates, although they are relatively correlated. We have seen mortgage rates trend downward prior to the Fed decision, and then after the Fed rate cut, we actually saw mortgage rates jump just a tad. The remainder of the year, the Fed is expected to cut rates another 2 times, another 50 basis points or 0.5% is the estimate. And with that being the case, we very well likely should see mortgage rates trend downward ahead of those decisions. All this to be said, interest rates are the lowest that they've been in over a year. Now is a great time to look at buying a home. If your interest rate is somewhere above 7%, 7.25, now is a good time to get an application started to see if a refinance would make sense. Now here's a quick scenario showing the difference in interest rates and what that could mean for your monthly payment and savings over the long term. To show you the difference in monthly payment, let's take a look at 2 scenarios, both of which the property value is $1 million. Let's say the down payment is 20%, so $200,000. That's a loan amount of $800,000. Let's say you go from a 7.25% interest rate down to a 6.25% interest rate with that loan amount. You'd be looking at a principal and interest difference of about $530 per month. Which, get this, the difference in interest payments that you're making over the long term over a 30-year period is just shy of $200,000. So with this decrease in mortgage interest rates that we're seeing, you could be saving big time over the long term, and now is a great time to look into it. Reach out to myself or Buddy if you have any questions. Now moving into the Sports Minute. This weekend is a massive weekend for Pacific Northwest sports. Today is the Apple Cup, the day that I'm recording. Go Cougs. Sorry, buddy, although likely it's not going to go in our favor this year. The Huskies are currently 2-0. The Cougs are 2-1. The Huskies have a high-powered offense with Damon Williams at quarterback, Jonah Coleman at running back, who's an NFL prospect. You have Denzel Boston at wide receiver, a guy that's 6'4", 209, going up against a fully new Coug team with 75 new players, new head coach Jimmy Rogers, fully new coaching staff. The only plus for us Cougs this year is that it is played in Pullman, so you never know. Mariners have potentially the biggest series in franchise history, and I'm not exaggerating, this weekend in Houston. Heading into this series on Friday, they were tied with the Astros for first place in the AL West. The Mariners got a big 4-0 victory in Game 1 to move to 1 game above the Astros in the division. Some big news to keep track of is that Brian Wu was taken out of the game prior to the 6th inning due to injury. Fingers crossed that he is able to bounce back and that he'll be able to make his next starts. The Mariners this year are looking to win the AL West for the first time since 2001, so make sure to stay locked into the Mariners the rest of the way. They only have just over a week left of baseball of the regular season, and then it'll be time to have a DUVALL TV meetup in T-Mobile Park for a playoff series. The Seahawks are also hosting the Saints on Sunday. This is a very favorable matchup for them. They should move to 2-1. JSN has been going off. He looks like one of the best wide receivers in the game. A very exciting weekend and month is upcoming for Pacific Northwest sports, so make sure to stay tuned in. And buddy, I'll throw it back to you.
All right, thanks for that update, Connor. That is awesome news. Okay, let's go ahead and put a bow on this show, and I'm going to wrap it up with the real estate section. So if you go to livinginduval.com and you go up in the top right-hand corner and click on real estate up here, it'll take you to this page where it says all home searches for Duval, Washington. You can click on each one of these 6 boxes. So you wanted to see all the listings in Duval, you click it. It's going to take you over to this page right here. These are updated in real time all the time. So literally one click, you go see every home that's for sale. That's a single family residence, aka SFR. It's a little short code for that. These are just more your traditional house, right? Not land, nothing like that. So you could scroll down and be like, oh, hey, look at this home. This one's awesome. That's our listing. $1 million. That is 15115 275th Court Northeast, over just behind Judd Park. Absolutely gorgeous property. Go check that out as well. If you're like, hey, I want to go see some open houses, you can go over here to the open house button and click it. See what open houses are coming up this weekend. And then I also wanted to put something for the entire valley, because I know we're starting to get a lot of subscribers, Incarnation, Fall City, Snoqualmie, and so we want to put a link on there for them as well. So the new listing, you can read the rest. And then a lot of times I'm going to have this featured listing down below. It's just going to be one video for that month or whatever the case is. All right, now I'm going to shift over to giving a little love for a local future celebrity, FPV drone pilot. You might be like, what in the heck does that mean? FPV is first person view. His name is Seth Dateweiler. Just met him in real life a couple of days ago over at our listing, and he's like, hey, I want to shoot your listing with my drone. Basically, he puts on these goggles. He literally sat in the hall closet in the pitch black. He puts his goggles on and then he just closes the door. It's pitch black. Obviously, he can see what the drone is doing. So he's flying the drone from inside the house. He flew it all the way through the front door and around. It was really cool to kind of watch how Seth did this, because he was walking around and you can just see him thinking and mapping it out how it was going to go. And so again, just to fully level up a listing, this is like a next level. I had never done this before, so I'm really thankful for the partnership with Seth. And so again, local guy, Valley kid, we want to support local. This is a great way to do it. I know he's going to be doing a lot of other cool projects. If you follow his Instagram, you can see, you know, doing mountain biking and all this, motorcycles, all this other cool stuff too. So again, thanks Seth for being able to be a part of our listing. Very, very cool stuff, man. All right, last up. Are you selling in Duval or about to? Here's what you need to know. The median home prices for August were almost $1 million, $990,000. Homes are taking about 34 days to sell, and that's a big shift. So it's really slowed down as far as days on market year over year. So meaning this August versus August 2024. So what do you do as a seller? Number one, you level up your marketing and you set yourself apart from the competition. Whether it's photos, which obviously most people do, high level videos, shorts, reels, TikTok, whatever you're gonna do, like get the marketing out there. Now in this case, we just talked about Seth. There's drone videos and then there's Seth FPV first person drone videos. That's a whole nother level up of a level up. So it's again, set yourself apart, however that's gonna be. A lot of ways people can set themselves apart more traditionally. It's gonna be with great staging, right? So my wife has Buck Staging and Design, and there's other great realtors that also use staging, of course, because it helps give people vision. Some buyers that walk into a blank space and they can't quite see it the way they should see it. So it helps give them vision if you're staging the home as well. And I would say the most important thing, price smart from the start. So hitting that price point right from the very beginning, because if you shoot too high, you're gonna get stuck. Buyers are cautious. Buyers are more educated than ever before with all the data at their fingertips and the apps and all the information. Buyers are highly educated, right? Plus, if they have a great agent, giving them more information to level up their education and knowledge for a market, all these things matter. Now, if you want help estimating what you think your home might be able to sell for in 98019, you can send me a DM, you can send me a text, you can call me, whatever the case is. We want to be able to help you get the right information when you need it most. All right, last quick story. I got to share this on the real estate side. I was just a buyer's agent a couple of weeks ago for a home in Tacoma. Some of my friends I've known since literally I was 12 years old. So my friend Justin and I are 7th grade. That's where we met, Curtis Junior High. Flash forward. So we go to junior high together, go to high school together. Nikki, his wife, same thing, junior high, high school. And then the listing agent. This is what's cool. So the listing agent on this transaction, which closed a couple weeks ago, the listing agent went to Curtis High School. I played football with him. He's also the seller. His name is Bryce. Bryce listed his own home. So there's one Curtis connection. And then I went to Curtis High School in 1993. That's right. I'm 50. What's up? And so I played football with Bryce at Curtis. And then Justin and Nikki, all four of us went to junior high and high school, basically crossing over together. So it's again, in one transaction, it was 4 Curtis Cougars from the junior high days or Curtis Vikings from the high school days in University Place, Washington. So talking to Bryce after we closed, it was really cool. It felt like this old school style transaction. Of course, we had the contracts and all the official, things, title and escrow and earnest money and all that. But what was really cool, the old school handshake, like just a lot of trust, just a lot of open communication. And when we closed, Bryce reached out and he's like, look, man, I have never had a transaction go that smooth in 20 years of doing real estate. In real estate, there's all these different things that can happen. If you're a buyer or a seller and you only move like every 6 or 7 years or something, you might not see this, but for the real estate agents that are watching this, you know what I'm talking about. You get some really smooth transactions, you get some tough ones too, right? Every once in a while, you get one like this where, you get some of your best friends from 38 years ago into their forever home. So Justin and Nikki, so grateful and honored to be a part of this transaction with you and your family. And just one more thing, go Vikes. All right, Duval, we are going to wrap it up, and we're going to wrap it up a little pepper pong style. So you don't know what pepper pong is? You need to. Links in the description for sure. But go to pepperpong.com, put in promo code BUDDY at checkout. You're gonna save $18 on this set. Okay, what is pepper pong? Think pickleball meets ping pong, but super portable. Throw it in the car and go. So you got the different balls here. Some bounce more than others and all those different things. The coolest part is there's a fence in here, aka the net. You can just throw it down anywhere. The hood of your car. You could be out like hiking, bust out a little game of pepper pong, and it's just a heck of a lot of fun. So again, this was a big hit on Shark Tank, so they got Shark Tank invested, and I just want to say thanks to Spice T, the owner of Pepper Pong, and all the Pepper Pong family, and it's a heck of a lot of fun to play. So get your set of Pepper Pong, boom, 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 and we'll see you on the next one. Remember, anything you're looking for in Duval, go to livinginduval.com, and if you watch this far, please like, subscribe, drop a comment, and tell your friend, because you know what? We want to grow the community, want to grow the family here in Duval, build a bridge, build a community, come out, volunteer, do all the cool things in town, and remember, where tractors meet technology, small town, real life. Buddy Buck. Peace.